Today on Squared Circle we are featuring Roman Reigns. Full name Lidi Joseph Joanoi. Born on the 25th of May 1985. Roman was born in Pensacola, Florida. On November 18, 2012 at the Survivor Series pay-per-view event, Roman Reigns made his debut alongside Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, assaulting Ryback during the triple threat main event with John Cena for the WWE Championship, allowing CM Punk to retain the title, thus establishing themselves as villains. The trio declared themselves the Shield and vowed to rally against injustice, while also denying working for Punk, even though they would routinely emerge from the crowd to attack Punk's adversaries. At TLC Tables, Ladders Chairs on December 16, 2012, the Shield defeated Team Hell No and Ryback in their debut match in a six-man tag team tables, ladders, and chairs match. The Shield continued to aid Punk in January 2013, attacking both Ryback and The Rock. On the January 28 episode of Raw, it was revealed that Punk and his manager Paul Heyman had been paying the Shield and Brad Maddox to work for them. The Shield then indistinctly ended their association with Punk while beginning a feud with John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus that directed to a six-man tag match on February 17 at Elimination Chamber, which the Shield won. The Shield then made their WrestleMania debut, where they defeated Sheamus, Randy Orton and Big Show at WrestleMania 29 in April. On May 19 at Extreme Rules, Reigns and Rollins defeated Team Hell No in a Tornado Tag Team match to win the WWE Tag Team Championship. Reigns and Rollins defeated Bryan and Orton at Payback on June 16 to retain the WWE Tag Team Championship. Further successful title defenses followed against the SAO at Money in the Bank on July 14 and the Primetime Players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, at Night of Champions on September 15. At the Royal Rumble on January 26, 2014, Reigns entered the Royal Rumble match at number 15 and went on to eliminate 12 competitors in the match. Reigns would be the runner-up in the match after being lastly eliminated by Batista. The Shield began working for Chief Operating Officer Triple H and the Authority, but later on turned face and go against the Authority. The Shield to sever ties with Triple H, who reformed Evolution to counteract them. The Shield then defeated Evolution at both Extreme Rules on May 4 and Payback on June 1. On the Raw following Payback, Rollins turned on the Shield and aligned himself with Triple H and the Authority. Reigns then entered the 2015 Royal Rumble match on January 25, which he won after lastly eliminating Rusev, therefore granting him a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania 31. After his victory, Reigns was jeered heavily by the crowd, despite portraying a heroic character. At the main event of WrestleMania 31 on March 29, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar battled it out for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, until Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank contract, turning it into a triple threat match, which Reigns lost when he was pinned by Rollins. Reigns defeated Dean Ambrose in the finals at Survivor Series on November 22, 2015 to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship for the first time. Immediately afterward, Sheamus cashed in his Money in the Bank contract and defeated Reigns, thus ending Reigns' reign after only 5 minutes. On December 13, Reigns failed to regain the title from Sheamus in a Tables, Ladders and Chairs match at TLC Tables, Ladders Chairs following interference by the League of Nations, Alberto Del Rio and Rusev, attacking Triple H in anger after the match. The next night on Raw, Vince McMahon granted Reigns a title rematch against Sheamus, under the stipulation that if Reigns lost, he would be forced to retire. Reigns managed to win after overcoming interferences from McMahon, Del Rio and Rusev, regaining the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in the process. Reigns was forced by McMahon to defend his championship in the 2016 Royal Rumble match on January 24, 2016. In the match, Reigns was eliminated by eventual winner Triple H, thus losing the championship. At the main event of WrestleMania 32 on April 3, Roman Reigns defeated Triple H to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion for the third time. In August 2016, Reigns began a feud with United States champion Rusev, provoking a title match between the two at SummerSlam. At the event on August 21, Reigns and Rusev brawled before the match began, leading to the match being declared a no contest. In a rematch at Clash of Champions on September 25, Reigns would defeat Rusev to win the United States Championship and retained the title against Rusev in a Hell in a Cell match at the titular event on October 30 to end their feud. Roman Reigns won in his third consecutive WrestleMania main event against The Undertaker in a no-holds-barred match at WrestleMania 33 on April 2, 2017. In October, due to mutual issues with The Miz, The Miztourage, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, and Cesaro and Sheamus, Reigns, Ambrose and Rollins decided to reform The Shield in order to combat the aforementioned alliance. Reigns was due to team with Rollins and Ambrose at TLC, Tables, Ladders Chairs on October 22, but he was removed from the match due to an illness concern. He was replaced by Kurt Angle and The Shield went on to win the match. Reigns returned on the November 13 episode of Raw and challenged The New Day, Big E, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, to a six-man tag team match at Survivor Series. At the event on November 19, The Shield emerged victorious over The New Day. The following night on Raw, Reigns defeated The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship, thus becoming the 28th Triple Crown and 17th Grand Slam champion, the second member of The Shield after Ambrose to achieve the Grand Slam. At SummerSlam on August 19, 2018, Reigns defeated Lesnar and won the Universal Championship for the first time in his career. However, on October 22, Reigns relinquished the title and announced his hiatus on Raw, revealing that his leukemia had returned after 11 years of privately battling it and being in remission. Following this announcement, Reigns would go on an indefinite hiatus to receive treatment. Reigns was first diagnosed in May 2007 when he was signed to the Minnesota Vikings, and went into remission around 2 years after the initial diagnosis. On February 25, 2019, Reigns made his return to Raw, revealing that his leukemia was once again in remission to a huge ovation from the crowd. Later in the night, Reigns and Rollins would appear to assist Ambrose from an attack by Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Elias, and Baron Corbin. The following week on Raw, Ambrose assisted Reigns and Rollins from another attack by the Four, before the trio performed their signature pose, officially reuniting the group for the third time. The Shield defeated the team of McIntyre, Lashley, and Corbin at Fastlane on March 10. During the 2019 WWE Superstar Shakeup, Reigns was drafted to the SmackDown brand on the April 16 episode of SmackDown, with WWE's announcers describing Reigns as SmackDown's greatest ever acquisition, as well as the future of SmackDown and WWE. Reigns challenged Goldberg for the Universal Championship, leading to a match between the two being set up for WrestleMania 36. However, on April 3, it was announced that Braun Strowman would replace Reigns at the event, after Reigns pulled out of the event amid concerns surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic and his being immunocompromised from his leukemia. Following WrestleMania, Reigns continued to remain absent from WWE programming in the midst of the pandemic, telling Hindustan Times, "For me, I just had to make a choice for my family. The company, WWE, has done everything that they can to make it the safest work environment possible. It is not the workplace that I was necessarily concerned about. The decision was taken mainly because each performer travels so much, and we are all such a diverse group and from all over the place. I'm not convinced, and I can't trust the fact that everybody is taking it as seriously and locking themselves down at home like I am. I trust my life with my coworkers every time I step foot in the ring, but I just can't put the same trust when it has my children, my wife, and my family involved." Reigns returned at SummerSlam on August 23, attacking the new Universal Champion The Fiend Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman after their match for the title. On the following SmackDown, Reigns aligned himself with his new manager, Paul Heyman, turning heel for the first time since 2014. At Payback on August 30, Reigns defeated defending champion The Fiend and Strowman in a no-holds-barred triple threat match to win the Universal Championship for the second time. Reigns then began a rivalry with his cousin Jey Uso. In his first championship defense at Clash of Champions on September 27, Reigns retained the title against Jey Uso by technical knockout, after Reigns viciously beat down Jey, and Jimmy Uso threw in the towel. After this, Reigns granted Jey a rematch at the Hell in a Cell event, and the match was later confirmed as a Hell in a Cell match, with the added stipulation of being an I Quit match. At Hell in a Cell on October 25, Reigns made Jey quit after attacking the injured Jimmy, thus retaining his title. Due to the loss, Jey was ordered to follow Reigns' commands and address him as the Tribal Chief, thus turning him into a villainous character. Reigns defeated Raw WWE Champion Drew McIntyre in a champion vs. champion match at Survivor Series on November 22. Reigns successfully defended the title against Owens in a TLC match at TLC Tables, Ladders Chairs on December 20, in a steel cage match on the December 25 episode of SmackDown, and in a Last Man Standing match at the Royal Rumble on January 31, 2021, respectively. Reigns then retained his title against Daniel Bryan at both Elimination Chamber on February 21 and Fastlane on March 21. At this time, Reigns would also feud with Edge, who had won the Royal Rumble match. In the main event of the second night of WrestleMania 37 on April 11, Reigns defeated Bryan and Edge in a triple threat match to retain the Universal Championship after assistance from Jey. On the April 30 episode of SmackDown, Reigns defeated Bryan in a championship vs. career match, which resulted in Bryan being forced to leave SmackDown. Reigns' next challenger for the championship was Cesaro, whom Reigns defeated at WrestleMania Backlash on May 16. Afterwards, Reigns initiated a rivalry with Rey Mysterio, after Reigns brutalized Mysterio's son Dominic. The two faced off for the championship in a Hell in a Cell match on the June 18 episode of SmackDown, with Reigns emerging as the victor. On the June 25 episode of SmackDown, while addressing his victory over Mysterio, Reigns was attacked by the returning Edge, leading to a title match between the two at Money in the Bank on July 18, where Reigns retained with the assistance of Seth Rollins. After the match, Reigns was confronted by a returning John Cena. Over the following weeks, Cena challenged Reigns for a title match at SummerSlam, and after initially rejecting Cena's challenge, a match was made official for the two at the event. At the event on August 21, Reigns defeated Cena to retain the title. After that, Reigns begins a rivalry with Finn Balor, successfully defending his title against him on the September 3 episode of SmackDown, and in an Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules on September 26 with Balor in his demon persona. On October 21, at Crown Jewel, Reigns successfully defended his title against Brock Lesnar, again with the help of the Usos. Reigns emerged victorious at the Survivor Series in a champion vs. champion match on November 2 against WWE Champion Big E. On the December 3 episode of SmackDown, Reigns successfully defended his title against Sami Zayn after Lesnar attacked Zayn. On the December 17 episode of SmackDown, Reigns fired Heyman as his manager due to Heyman's past association with Lesnar. Reigns was scheduled to defend his title against Lesnar at the Day 1 event on January 1, 2022, but the match was cancelled as a result of Reigns testing positive for COVID-19. On January 16, Reigns surpassed Lesnar's 503-day reign to become the longest reigning Universal Champion, in turn having the 6th longest World Championship reign in the company's history. On January 29 at the Royal Rumble event, Reigns defended the championship against Seth freakin' Rollins, losing the match by disqualification. However, championships cannot change hands by disqualification, thus Reigns retained the title. Later that same night, he interfered in the WWE Championship match between Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, reuniting with Heyman to cause the upset victory for Lashley to regain the championship. During the same night, Lesnar would win the Royal Rumble and eventually challenge Reigns to a match in the main event of WrestleMania 38, marking the third time Reigns would face Lesnar in the main event of WrestleMania. On the February 4 episode of SmackDown, Goldberg would make his return to challenge Reigns to a match at Elimination Chamber for the title. A match 2 years in the making after their match at WrestleMania 36 was called off due to Reigns taking a hiatus. At the event on February 19, Reigns defeated Goldberg via technical submission to retain the title. On the second night of WrestleMania 38 on April 3, he defeated Brock Lesnar to win the WWE Championship for a fourth time and also became the first superstar to hold both the WWE Championship and WWE Universal Championship simultaneously and be recognized as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. On the June 17 episode of SmackDown, Reigns successfully defended the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Riddle, but after the match, he was attacked by a returning Brock Lesnar to renew their rivalry and set up a last man standing match at SummerSlam on July 30, in which Reigns won, ending their 7-year feud. At Clash at the Castle on September 3, Reigns successfully retained the titles against Drew McIntyre following interference from the debuting Solo Sikoa. At Crown Jewel on November 5, Reigns successfully retained the titles against Logan Paul. On January 18, 2023, his Universal Championship reign reached 871 days, breaking Gunther's NXT UK Championship reign of 870 days, giving him the longest reign of any WWE Championship since 1988. At the Royal Rumble on January 28, 2023, Reigns successfully defended the titles against Kevin Owens for the fourth time. Following the match, Sami Zayn would turn on the Bloodline, attacking Reigns with a chair. At Elimination Chamber on February 18, Reigns successfully retained the titles against Sami Zayn. At Night 2 of WrestleMania 39, Reigns entered his 7th WrestleMania main event, this time against Cody Rhodes, who won the 2023 Royal Rumble. During the match, the Usos attempted to intervene, however, Rhodes was rescued by the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Ultimately, Reigns successfully retained the titles against Rhodes after interference from Solo Sikoa. This marked the first time any champion defended the same championship 3 WrestleManias in a row. At Night of Champions, Reigns and Sikoa unsuccessfully challenged Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. During the match, the Usos interfered and accidentally attacked Sikoa while aiming for Zayn. The subsequent sequence of events culminated in Jimmy Uso attacking Reigns, and the Usos walking away from the Bloodline. In his 1000th day reign as a WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns was presented a new Universal Championship belt. As being a member of the Shield, Hounds of Justice, to the Big Dog, to the Bloodline's tribal chief and head of the table, we acknowledge the current WWE Universal Champion. And as always, please do comment down below who you should think we feature on our next video. Please like, share and subscribe.